Hey guys, what's going on? It is Justin here with JustinThomasMiller.com. I don't do a ton of videos, but it's something that I want to step into a little bit more in 2021. So I'm gonna shoot one for you guys today. It's a little out of my comfort zone. I always feel like a hot mess when I do these videos, but let's jump into it. I got a really great question from a client of mine, and it's something I've been asked over the years as well too. Is if I could share some of my insight on what particular food rules that I have or that I follow. Um, I love this question. I think it's great. And I don't particularly have food rules. I prefer to look at them as guidelines. I feel like rules can be a little bit too, rules are good. They can, but I just feel like when they're revolving around food, they can get a little bit too restrictive and lead us into kind of like that all or nothing mindset. Whereas if I'm viewing them as guidelines, I feel like I'm more in control and I have the power to choose how I want to respond to those guidelines. Either I can apply the guidelines that I have for myself, or I can choose not to, and that just makes me feel a little bit more in control. And I like that feeling personally. So, without further ado, I wanted to share a couple of mine. I wrote them down on some notes. Whoa. Because I can't remember shit, so I'm going to share these with you in no particular order here. One of my guidelines is to meal plan and prep twice a week. I like to do this on Sunday and Wednesday. Those are also like grocery shopping days for me as well too. I do this just because it kind of simplifies the process for me. It keeps me into a consistent routine. Sunday and Wednesday are just arbitrary days. It seems like it works out well for me. It allows me some flexibility to change up what I'm eating if I want more variety, so I can make meals Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I can make meals on Wednesday for Thursday, Friday, and so forth. So that is one of my guidelines. I interchange the days. It doesn't always work out perfectly. Sometimes I cook on Thursday, whatever it might be, but you get the drift. You get the idea. So number two is practice uniform eating. I basically have 3 to 5 meals that I eat over and over again. And then when I get tired of them, I just adjust and make adjustments for that. It's kind of like having like 3 to 5 outfits and just wearing those over and over again. I know for some of you, you're like, oh, there's no way I could do that. It seems too monotonous and boring, but there's just a lot of other things that I'd want to focus on and worry about, and what I'm eating is not one of them. So simplifying the process by just having 3 to 5 things that I'm gonna make routinely, it takes a lot of the guesswork. I know what to get at the grocery store if I'm ordering groceries. I know exactly what I'm gonna be getting. I don't have to think and second guess what I'm gonna be doing. I know how to prepare them. I've adjusted those meals so they taste fantastic after trial and error. Just simplifies the process for me. If I need more variety, I'll adjust a meal or two here and there, or that's when I'll use the opportunity to maybe get a meal out. But again, I just like to simplify the process and take the guesswork out for myself. And for most people, if you really get down to it, you probably already eat the same few things over and over again anyway. So just something to think about. Number 3, jump on a scale. This is still something to do. I don't have any goals anymore, weight loss, body fat loss goals. But jumping on the scale once or twice a week, I actually recommend doing it every single morning for a few reasons. One, it helps you get used to fluctuations in your weight so you don't freak out if you go up 2 pounds in a week, which is usually going to just be water weight or something along those lines. And the way I see it is just like looking at your bank account. I know a lot of us have a hard time with the scale. We take it like super personally. But for me, it's just like looking at my checking and savings account. It lets me know where I'm at and helps me adjust based on the feedback that I'm getting. Like if you look at your bank account and you know that it's dwindling, it's like, whoa, shit, I better watch my spending and save a little bit more. I treat it the same way as like jumping on the scale. Whoa, it's creeping up on me the last few weeks. I need to adjust my nutrition. So one of my things that I still do, and this is after 22 years of practicing health and fitness. I am 40, by the way. Another simple one for me is focusing on protein and veggies or a piece of fruit at the majority of my meals. So for me, protein and veggies is the big emphasis. Eating veggies for breakfast is kind of weird sometimes. I feel you. So I'll throw in a piece of fruit or something around those. But those things right there are super simple and super easy to do I'll get ground protein, microwavable veggies, so that it takes less prep work for myself. And fruit's great because nature just basically pre-serving sized it for us. A banana, an apple, even the baskets of berries are already like pre-serving size for all of us. And it takes a lot of the guesswork out of what I'm eating. Super nutrient dense foods, very satiating and uber healthy. So those are something I try to emphasize at each meal. Either protein and veggies or protein and fruit. Number 5, I don't even know where I'm on this list, but number 5, I try to eliminate snacking as much as I can. That's kind of one of these things that I'm about probably 80% consistent with, especially from working from home a lot more now. It's really easy just kind of rummage through the fridge and the cabinets and whatnot. So I do my best with this one, but snacking is usually totally unnecessary. It's not because we're typically physically hungry. It's more so because we're angry, lonely, tired, bored, stressed, or we just need a break from whatever we're doing. If it is real physical hunger, I try to drink a glass of water first and then choose the lowest calorie option possible, usually like a piece of fruit or a little bit of protein or something like that, something very low calorie, just to get me to my next meal. Hunger is not an emergency, it's just a little uncomfortable. And if I'm actually physically hungry in between my meals, it's typically because something is going on with my sleep, stress, or my meal composition, and I need to take a look at that. Snacking is usually not necessary. It's something I try to eliminate completely. And again, about 80% consistent, but so far super helpful. Number 6, I keep the meals, kind of touched on this a little bit, but I keep the meals super simple. Low and no prep for the most part, except for dinner. That's the one that I always tend to prep. It's nice to have like a really good dinner for some reason. It's the most enjoyable meal for me. But when it comes to like breakfast and lunch, I try to keep it super simple and low prep. One of my staple breakfasts is 170 grams of Greek yogurt, which I do throw on a food scale and weigh because it's really hard to estimate the serving size, with a scoop of protein powder and a piece of fruit. It takes me 2 minutes to make, no prep. That's one of my staples for me. And then like a staple lunch for me is just a microwave, speak Spanish and French as well as gibberish apparently. But a microwavable bag of veggies, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, and whatnot. I'll throw that in the microwave and that's ready to go. Season it up with maybe some like paleo-ish type barbecue sauce or like low sugar or something like that, or some sort of seasonings and salt. Pre-cooked chicken strips or rotisserie chicken is something that I like. And then again, maybe like a piece of fruit or something along those lines. No prep, super easy, takes me 1 or 2 minutes. And then dinner is something that I'll prep. And then the last one I want to share with you guys, the video is actually getting a little longer than I anticipated, but I think we can keep it under 10 minutes here, is if I eat or drink off plan, my rule is never 2 in a row. That's the only rule I have. It took me a long time to get into this place. I'm definitely an all or nothing thinker. I used to get super upset and pissed at myself when I would eat off plan, even like a freaking M&M. I would freak out, everything was ruined, and it just a binge episode or something like that. But my guideline right now is just never 2 in a row. If I go out for drinks with friends, that's cool. I have a drink or two. The next day, I make sure that I don't have a drink or two with friends. If they're going out again, I'll still go out and be social, but that's when I'll pass up on it. If I go out for dinner and I tend to maybe like overindulge a little bit or enjoy some like cheesecake or something else that I really love, the next day I make sure that I'm just right back, wipe the slate clean, right back on my plan. And if everyone wants to go out for dinner or something and be social, when I go out, I focus on doing the best that I can and getting a super, well-balanced, portioned out plate and meal for myself. So those are my simple keys to success. You can see my pug back there, Lincoln, doing his thing. Kailani the husky is here as well too, but hope that's super helpful. Those are my guidelines. Do what you want with them, but take care. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye now.